Hello everyone, today in this video I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about color correctors and what correctors you should use in order to mask away those unwanted dark circles and redness you may have in your face. So without further ado, let's begin. Now say you are more on the lighter side, meaning you have fair skin. You want to go ahead and use more of a pink to salmon-y type of corrector to mask away the unwanted dark circles or bags you may have underneath your eyes. Now say you are of medium skin tone. Now medium meaning like olive, which I have, or tan skin tone. You want to use more of an orange shaded corrector, as that's going to go ahead and mask away the blue-green you may have under your eyes. As to reference that, in the color wheel, as we can say here, in this color wheel, we see the color opposite to orange is blue and green. So in order to neutralize the blue-green you may have underneath your eye, you want to use a orange corrector. Now if you're more on the darker side, you want to use a darker orange to mask away the blue-green you may have underneath your eye. Now again, when it's to medium, you can also use a dark peach, as that's what I use to take away the dark circles, and in specific I use the Bobbi Brown dark peach to go ahead and mask those under eye bags and dark circles I have, as I used to use a peach one, but I noticed that it wasn't really doing well for me, because in the end, after using the corrector and then a concealer on top of it, I had left like this really gray tone, which is not flattering. So then if you have really dark circles, like really dark like I do, as you can tell, you want to use a darker orange or peach, anything with an orange tint to it. Now when you are lighter skin, you can use peach though, because you don't need, if it's especially not as dark as mine, you don't need a dark orange. And again, if you're a darker complexion, the darker the corrector and it has more of an orange tint to it, the better it is for you. Now say you have any yellow undertone in your face and you want to give yourself a glow, according to this beautiful color wheel, you want to go ahead and use the color opposite of it, which is purple. Now what will that do is the purple corrector will go ahead and then neutralize the yellow in your face and give you a glow. Now say you have acne on your face, which you can see I have, and a lot of redness which I carry, you're going to go ahead and again look at the color wheel, and the color wheel says the color opposite to red is green. So you can use a green corrector and put it wherever the red is, especially for acne. This works the best. It's going to go ahead and neutralize it and then give your face more of an even look. Now going back to correcting the under eyes. Now as you can tell, I'm of medium skin tone, meaning I'm more into the olive skin tone. So because I carry olive complexion and being of brown descent, and if you're brown, you know we all carry that olive skin tone, you want to use a orange corrector or a dark orange corrector if you have, again like I said before, really dark circles. As before doing so though, you want to use something hydrating to not leave a creasy look after using the corrector, because I noticed that when I would just put a corrector and then a foundation on top of it, my eyes after some minutes would start developing creases and it was not flattering. So I went ahead and went to Sephora and bought this Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream to brighten and depuff your eyes. It looks like this. I don't know if you can see it very well, but what this does is it takes away the puffiness underneath your eyes and it gives it a more brighter look, which you want when you have such dark circles. And you don't want to apply so much, like it comes in a bottle like this, you literally want to use just a dab. So for example, you're going to take your index finger, literally take a dab and just put it right underneath your eye. What this will do is give you hydration, which your skin needs, because if you don't do so, you're going to get creasing and you don't want that. So you want to put this hydration cream underneath your eye, and if you have a lot of puffiness, which I do, I would strongly recommend this Origins Ginseng Hydration Cream. Your eye looks literally just a little bit underneath your eye, and you can see the difference. Like my eyes look more hydrated, and that's the look you're going for. You want it to be hydrated. Okay, so after doing that, you're gonna go ahead and take your concealer. Again, because I'm of medium skin tone, meaning olive skin tone, I have this dark peach by Bobbi Brown. It's dark peach. I don't know if you can see it. It's my first video, so bear with me. It's dark peach, and we're going to go ahead and take my index finger. So I'm going to go ahead and put this underneath my eye, like so. Again, you want something with an orange tint to it. So it's dark peach, but it has an orange tint to it, and orange will neutralize the blue and green you'll have underneath your eye, which I definitely have. Again, if it's really bad, dark orange. If it's like not that bad, use orange. And if you're of lighter skin tone, use a pinkish salmon color. The darkness underneath my eyes, and then using the hydration cream, it really helped take away the dryness and the patch. So I'm putting on both sides. Again, you want a orange tint to mask away the darkness underneath your eyes. So you can tell how amazing it looks. Like, you can barely see the darkness underneath your eyes. Again, if you are of lighter skin tone, you want to use a pink or salmon color, and if you are of olive skin tone, and if your dark circles are really bad, you want to use like a dark peach, dark orange. So peach is again in the orange family, so you can use it. That's exactly what I'm using by Bobbi Brown. And if you're a darker complexion, you want to use a dark orange for sure, as that's going to really hide away the dark circles. So you can tell it looks good, right? So again, the first step was the hydration cream, and then afterwards it was the corrector, and then you're gonna go ahead and take your foundation and put it over it. And the foundation I've been using for years is Naked Skin by Urban Decay. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this is again shade 5. So I put a little bit on my hand, and I'm gonna go ahead and again use my fingers, and I'm gonna put it underneath my eye and dab it in. And as you can see now, it looks a little bit more brighter. Now this is just corrector and foundation. Now let me show you the other side where I'm going to use a concealer and then foundation. So I'm going to show you the difference. So here I have my Laura Mercier concealer. Now this is something I want to warn you guys about. When using a concealer, always use 1 to 2 shades lighter than your own skin tone, because I used to use a concealer, NARS actually, which is in the number, well there's a number, but it's Biscuit. I got Biscuit and it actually matched my skin tone, and after using my corrector and then using a concealer that was actually my skin tone, it did not work. It just made my skin look, underneath my eyes, look more yellow and gray, because the concealer itself had a yellow tint to it, so it gave me a gray look, and you don't want that. Then I realized that you need to get something that's 1 or 2 shades lighter, not the same color of your skin, but 1 or 2 shades lighter than your own skin tone. So I got Laura Mercier's concealer, and it's at least 2 shades lighter than my own skin tone, so I'm like a 5 and this is a 3. So this actually, I literally the best concealer I've ever used. So yeah, it's 2 shades lighter, and again, you want to get a concealer that also has an orange tint to it. Do not get something that has a yellowish tint to it, because if you have really bad dark circles, what's gonna do, it's gonna leave like a grayish mark, and you don't want that, because that's what was happening to me for the longest time. So you want to get something that, a concealer in specific, that has an orange tint to it. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and use this concealer and put it right where you put the corrector. You're gonna put the concealer on top of it. And again, for those people that use correctors that we just did, do not put it all the way like that. No. You only want to correct the dark circles, which is right underneath your eye, and then you want to use your concealer. And if you want to make it into a triangle, you can, like an upside down triangle, but I would recommend not to put the corrector all the way down, just right here. And the concealer, you can put a little bit more down and drag it down so your eyes can look a little bit bigger. So here we go. And bring it down. And then you can take your concealer brush This is my Sephora concealer brush. And you can just dab it in. Right underneath your eye. So I basically put the concealer like that. Upside down triangle. So as you can see, when I just put the foundation and then I used the concealer without any concealer and then I put aside with the corrector, then the concealer side is better. So what you want to do is, rather than putting the foundation and then the concealer, you want to do the concealer then the foundation. Even though I didn't put concealer at all, I would recommend that you put the corrector, the concealer, and then the foundation. So because we don't have any concealer on the other side, we're going to put the concealer on the other side as well. So again, you want to get a concealer with an orange tint in it. Do not get something with a yellowish tint because it's going to leave a gray look afterwards. So you see, the concealer makes a difference, and you want something with an orange tint to it. And again, mine that I'm using is Laura Mercier concealer, and it's in number 3. This is the packaging. And then afterwards, you're going to take the foundation that you use, that could be in your skin tone. Mine's again is shade 5 Urban Decay Naked Skin. I've been using this for years. I'm going to take my beauty blender and just put it on top. And I'm not putting it all over my face because I'm going to show you how to mask the pimples that you may have or any redness. So it looks good? Better from before, right? Okay, now I have redness right here and I have my pimples. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the other side of my concealer brush to show it to you guys. This is just my concealer and corrector palette and put it all over wherever there's redness. So we can do this quickly. I'm just gonna add, just use my finger, it's quicker, wherever there's acne and redness, and then go ahead and pack it on. This is my green corrector. We're gonna take green and we're gonna just dab it in. Green corrector. We're going to take our green corrector and put it everywhere where there's acne and redness. And I have redness all over my cheeks, as that's where pimples are. As again, green neutralizes red, as we discussed from the color wheel. And again, I have discoloration here. We're going to use the same corrector we were using before, which is again my dark peach corrector, and we're going to put it wherever there's discoloration. And I usually have, as you can see that I have discoloration around my mouth, which a lot of people do. So you just want to take the same corrector that you put underneath your eyes and put it wherever else you see discoloration. If not, you can also use red. Red also works really well to hide away any discoloration. So that's done. And now we're going to take my foundation, take my beauty blender, and go ahead. You can already see the difference. Blend, 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 blend. And now my skin's all one tone. Now as you can see, I haven't done above my eyes, but you can also do that by correcting it or concealing it. I rather just conceal it. Just conceal on top of my eye. And I don't need to really add foundation to that part. I literally just conceal away. You can use a corrector on top of your eyelids too. But for me, because you know, when doing your eyes, which will be in another video, how to put like eyeshadow and everything on, like different ways, you can use a corrector and take away the darkness you may have and the redness you may have there as well. But because you're already gonna, for me, I'm already gonna use a eyeshadow primer and then colors on top of it. I don't need to, I feel like, put all that. But you can also just stick to putting your foundation on top. So you could put your corrector, concealer, and then foundation, or you could just put the foundation, just the concealer, just the corrector, whatever you desire. But for me, I'd rather just put the concealer and just conceal away the darkness. Again, this is my Laura Mercier number 3 concealer, and it's called, again, Secret Concealer. And again, you can always correct or just conceal or just put foundation, but because you're gonna put an eyeshadow base and then your shadows, I don't think you need to do all that on top of your lids, but if you want to, you can. As again, for me, I just used the concealer that I used after the corrector. Now if you have, like, say you didn't have time to get your eyebrows done and you have those hairs that you want to get rid of, but you don't want to even pluck, you just don't have time, just conceal away and it will surely get, it won't disappear completely, but it'll definitely get lighter. So now, as you can see, the difference just these little products can make. So there you have it, and my camera had died, so in between I did my eye makeup, but that'll be another video where I'll show you how to basically do my eye makeup. But this is what it is. So remember, always correct, conceal, then foundation, and if you have blemishes or redness, definitely use a green corrector. If you have severe dark circles, use either a dark peach or a dark orange, and your concealer always should have an orange tint to it, not yellow, because if it's yellow you'll have a gray appearance. So remember, orange is key. The darker the circles, the darker the orange. And again, if you have blemishes, use a green concealer or corrector to neutralize the redness. And then again, of course, for your on top of your eyes, you can use either the corrector, the concealer, or the foundation, or all three. The less the better, but it's your preference. But I hope this video helped, and if you want more videos, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely bring forth more videos for you. So I hope you guys like it. Thank you very much, and have a good day.